Hi, new and returning friends. Welcome to the Chat Time with Ro podcast. I'm your host, Rochelle, and on episode 4, we're going to talk about building career resilience even when faced with the pain of rejection. In today's episode, we will be exploring the concept of career resilience, why it's important, and sharing some actionable steps you can take to build resilience and thrive in your career. First, let's define career resiliency. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, career resilience is the ability to persevere in the face of adversity and adapt to new challenges and circumstances. It is the ability to bounce back from setbacks and continue moving towards your goals. Whether you're new in your career or experience, rejection is a reality that everyone faces. As a new professional, rejection can be particularly challenging as you're still building your confidence, your network, and developing your skills. Lots of people don't know this, but in my current company that I worked, I think I applied maybe 3 times before I even got a call back. However, what's important is even though rejection can be painful, it is important to remember that rejection is not a reflection of your worth or your potential or where you're gonna go in your career. As an experienced professional, rejection can be equally, if not more so, challenging, particularly if you've been in the same role for a long time or if you feel stuck or unsure of your next steps. Rejection can be pivoted, though, into an opportunity for growth and a chance to reevaluate your career journey, reevaluate your career goals. A rejection is not necessarily a door slammed shut. It's not glued shut. It might be a temporary redirection. So let's dive in. So how can you cultivate career resilience and turn rejection into redirection, especially when you feel a bit beaten down? Here are some actionable steps that you can take. Reframe rejection as an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing rejection as a final verdict on your abilities, try to view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Difficult? I can hear you shaking your head. For example, if you didn't get a job you applied for, reach out to the employer for feedback. On your application or on the interview, send an email. Ask them, what could I have done better? What are some maybe tips that you have for my next interview? You'd be surprised people might actually respond. Use this feedback, don't just sit on it, to improve your skills and better prepare yourself for future opportunities. It might even come back to the same company. Step number 2 is my absolute favorite. Adopting a growth mindset. Having a growth mindset, it means believing that your abilities and your skills can be developed over time with effort and dedication. When you have a growth mindset, you view challenges and setbacks, rejections, as opportunities for growth and development. For example, if you experience rejection in your career, you're not going to be crushed by that. It's not going to be a weight that holds you down and keep you in one place. You're going to view it as a challenge to overcome. And with that, especially if you're diligent about it, you can actually identify areas where you can improve and work on developing those skills. Having a growth mindset might actually be considered a soft skill depending on which book you're reading. But in my case, it's one of the sharpest tools in my toolkit. And especially if you know how to apply a growth mindset in the workplace. Let's just say, and actually let me step back and give you a personal example here. When I just joined into project management, I quickly realized the acronyms, the verbiage, the way people work, what was mind blowing to me. It was almost like it was beyond my skill level. And then I took a step back. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, defeated, or crying about some of the feedback I immediately received, I approached the projects that I was on as learning opportunities. I did the research, I learned the necessary skills to complete the projects, I was diligent about asking questions, and I asked for feedback from my colleagues. Some of it was hard to swallow. Some of it took a while for me to action and turn it into something real. But it helped me to grow in my career, grow in confidence, and eventually, I dare say my managers might agree with this, for sure, is I became a more valuable asset to my organization and my teams because I approached those learning opportunities, those feedback as something that I could grow from, something that I could develop. And eventually I saw a difference in my skills. I saw a difference in how I approached the work and delivered the work. This one's gonna be difficult to swallow, especially if you're of the type A personality or you like being in control. But I'm gonna tell you, focus on what you can control. While you may not be able to control the outcome of a job application or a promotion, you can control how you respond to it and what you do after. Instead of dwelling on the rejection, maybe you've been passed over, focus on taking proactive steps to improve your skills and expand your network. This may include attending industry events, events where you can take on learning opportunities, conferences where you get to see a different way to innovate at your current role. Looking for taking on new projects or even just seeking out a mentor. Last but not least, and probably most importantly, is to practice self-care. And you're wondering, what does self-care have to do with work? Every single thing. Taking care of yourself is an important part of cultivating career resilience. This may include engaging in activities that you enjoy, booking that vacation, connecting with your friends and family, or seeking professional help if needed. A lot of workplaces now, it's not as taboo to talk about mental health or, taking care of your mental well-being or anything like that. And maybe that's not where your focus is. Maybe it's physical well-being. Maybe it's just having someone to talk to. A lot of workplaces now actually invest resources to provide those services to you for free or part of a benefit package. Use it. Lots of times we leave either money and care on the table because we're not connecting with those services that are meant to actually help and elevate us in our day-to-day. I find self-care, if I'm not actually paying attention to it, can be a determinant in whether I produce quality work or whether I struggle through sometimes even just keeping up with my email. And honestly, if you're not taking care of yourself, I don't know how to break it to you or how to be more delicate about it. There won't be a you to be at work. Maybe that's the reality check you need, but I find that taking care of myself is an investment into the work that I want to create, the world that I want to create, and for me, being around the people that I'm working and creating the life for. So take care of yourself. It is a part of building career resilience, because you can have resilience, but if you're not there, I'll let you fill in the blanks. So I think I've already given you a lot to digest, and to reiterate, cultivating career resilience, it's a learned skill. It can be developed over time, but it requires intentional effort and practice. We talked today about the actionable steps that you can take to build resilience in the face of difficult career challenges and rejection. To summarize, reframing rejection as an opportunity for growth, focusing on what you can control, practicing a growth mindset, and prioritizing self-care. All of these can be combined together. You can take the approach I do, which is to actually journal about them, whether it's through OneNotes or a physical notebook. Putting it on your phone, whatever your medium, document it, write it down, and then attach examples, attach action plan around that, even if it's as simple as, this person didn't email me back after I reached out to network with them, or maybe that LinkedIn person that you thought was going to be your best bud or the mentor of your dreams didn't respond. Actually write down timing around, I'm going to follow up by this date. I'm going to take the action to email back this person to follow up on that feedback that they provided on my resume, for example. I'm going to do this one thing to enhance my skills as I try out this whole practice a growth mindset. I'm going to do this one thing for my self-care. I'm going to maybe go to bed a little bit earlier. I'm going to maybe exercise. Whatever your plan is, attach some time in on it. Make yourself accountable and actually hold that promise to yourself to follow through. In conclusion, building career resilience, it's critical for anyone looking to thrive in their career, regardless of where you are in your career. By reframing rejection as an opportunity for growth, focusing, as I said, on what you can control, you build the resilience that's necessary to navigate the job market with confidence and grace, and you can actually take skills and steps to take action today and start building your career resilience for a brighter future. Thank you very much for listening to our 4th episode of Chat Time with Ro. I hope you enjoyed the listen wherever you enjoy your podcasts, and I hope to have a lot more great conversations like this one and learn alongside you. Send us any questions or topics or feedback to RochelleJChong@gmail.com. See you in our next episode, and if you feel someone should be listening to this, don't forget to hit the share button and let them know so that way they too can learn just like we are today. Have a great day and continue learning.